You are you and I'm not me, and where we are is where we be. If it's night or day, the time is now. To get involved, I'll show you how. I'll run the show, you'll do your part. We'll have a blast by making art. Come join the gang, no need to fear. Just bring along your imaginosphere.
I am not me. I am art. Oh, that's fun to look at again. That's fun to look at again. And I am welcoming you to episode 19, or rather, episode 1 of series 2 of Art Right Now, the most creatacular art stravaganza in Livetainment you're about to experience and create, whether you like it or not, which is, in my humble opinion, the best way to spend a Sunday. Some art. With all due respect, of course, to God. But before we get to that, as there are probably people tuning in from all around the world, we should take a moment to unite as a singular artistic collective. We like to start things with a toast here, a simple shared action in order to link our creative energies and get us all on the same art page of the art book, probably a coffee table book. Our toasts are crowdsourced here, or attempted to be at least. So please charge your beverages for today's toast, courtesy of Instagram acolyte, A Chill Bean Month. To Fruit Loops and coffee. Growing up is inevitable, unless you're in Neverland, but it is important to keep the child within well-fed and happy to maintain that childlike wonder and enthusiasm for the world that we all lose slightly as we age. And this is a great example of that. Fruit Loops, a dangerously sugary cereal for the young version of you, and coffee for the adult. Both are happy. Feed the child, feed the adult. Everybody's on board. It's win-win. Kids love eating lollipops. Adults love gazing at mountaintops. Kids love climbing trees. Adults love avoiding late fees. Kids love flying kites. Adults love early nights. Kids love candy. Adults love brandy. So be kind to your adult and your inner child this week. To Fruit Loops and coffee. Cheers. One more, please. And it has been far too long since I've been able to say this. Hello now, bodies. Who do we have in the boat here? SJBeck72. Hello to Notme and all art appreciators. Hello to you, SJBeck72. Hello to Definitely Not Duda. Lovely to see you as ever. Maple Panda, good evening. Good evening, says Maple Panda. And it is certainly a good evening if you are watching Notme. TB Douglas, hello gang. That's lovely. That's lovely. Monkey Pigsy Funk, good evening to you. Super Nash18, hi all. JRPV20, long time no see JRPV20. How lovely. Excited for this. We are excited to see you, JRPV20. And Gamer Hall, hello to you. Nana Hobbob will be here hopefully soon. That's the way I live my life, Definitely Not Duda, hoping that Nana Hobbob will be here hopefully soon. How is everybody? My goodness, it's been a while since I've been able to say hello now, buddies. This is the first episode of the second series of this wonderful show, and the last episode of the last series was on the 4th of August last year. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? That is a big break between series. Who do I think I am? Stranger Things? No, of course, they have lots of money, and so making the show is their whole job. Therefore, they've got no real excuse to take this long. Also, they need to hurry up because the kids are rapidly turning into adults. Me, I've been pushing along and doing my best, and it's taken this long to get the internal strength and wherewithal to make another. So that's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive, guys, and I accept your praise with humbleness and aplomb. How are you all today? My goodness. Let's start off with a little admin. Little admin, as per usual. That's absolutely flippin' right. I have no idea at this moment what this episode will be called. Art right now, Series 2, Episode 1. Sure, obvs. But what comes after that is entirely up to you. So if at any point during this show you are confronted with a short phrase or long word that makes you feel something, let me know. Take that word or phrase, pop it into the chat, preceded by ep name. For example, if I was talking about people receiving ties for Christmas that are so awful they don't ever want to wear them, so they just keep them in their wardrobes forever, you might write in the chat ep name private eye. Or if you liked the toast that I gave, perhaps you'd write ep name candy and brandy. Whatever phrases come to you via your ears or your eyes or your imaginosphere, get them in the chat, and you might just end up being the namer of this episode, which is a great thing to write in a diary or share with friends over coffee. Last episode, if it was this long ago, is this a pigeon? That's an example. Ep name, is this a pigeon? And that one won. It was so long ago, I've got no idea what relevance that had, but I can only imagine, it was very, very creative. So keep that in mind. I'll be reminding you over the course of the show to keep the ep name radar. Is that ep name? Great things to write in a diary. Lovely stuff. We're already on our way, says Monkey Pixie Fun. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And guys, we've got a lot to get through here because I have been working very, very hard on this episode for quite some time. So we're just going to get into it, okay? We're just going to get into it. Oh, look at that, Monkey Pixie Funk. It's a this, then it's a this, then it's a this, then it's a not going to do that, then it's a this, 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 then it's a... I don't know what that one is. This, then it's a... Is it a this or a this? Then it's a this. Then it's a... Is that a swan? Then it's a foot. Then it's a leg. Then it's a bicep. Then it's two other things as well. That's great stuff. That's great stuff. Really, really nice. Guys, if it's possible, could I earn some money now? Is that okay? Is that okay for me to earn some money? Thank you so much, guys. Very excitingly, this show is sponsored by the good people at B Squared Events, who furnish me with a modest fee for reading out words, which is known in the biz as copy. So here we go. We're all here. I got 10 viewers. Gosh, that's a lot of that's 20 eyes and 20 ears on this copy. So hope you enjoy this B Squared Events. Let's earn some money. Okay. You saw Ocean's 8. You loved Ocean's 8, but there was one aspect of the film you would love to see more of. No, not the easygoing chemistry between Bullock and Blanchett, not the incredible costume work of Sarah Edwards. No, the insurance guy. You wanted to see more of the insurance guy. And now you can. See James Corden as you've never seen him before in a one-man show rewriting the Ocean's 8 cinematic experience to focus exclusively on John Frazier, insurance fraud investigator. There'll be laughs, a few tears, and definitely a song or two. You know what he's like. Will he assume the roles of some of the women in the heist as well? Yes, he will. And honestly, you haven't lived until you've seen and heard and felt James Corden's Awkwafina impression. It's worth the price of admission on its own, which to be clear is $42. Can a 2-hour one-man show about insurance be entertaining? Only when your solo performer is as charismatic and likeable as James Corden. Come down to the Eugene Sbarro Theatre for the off-Broadway show described by Adele as My Mate James is Doing Theatre Again. There we go. Grabbing that sweet dollar, not me. Yeah, I'm not going to apologise for it. It's what makes the world go round. Would that it weren't so. Would that I could just be paid for the quality of my art. But as I don't have connected parents, unfortunately, that's just not an option for me. He does like to sing. He does, doesn't he? Definitely. He does like to sing. And very well. Lovely voice. Lovely, lovely voice. He is a fine singer. Yeah, fine is absolutely how I would describe him. Let's get on with our first proper segment, I suppose. Let's keep it going. Monkey Pixie Funk. Yeah. Again, fine emoji work there. Lovely stuff.
Won't you
That's right. That's right, guys. It is. I've done this one first because, of course, as we all know, this is my favorite part of the show because it allows me to revel in the knowledge that I'm being thought of, that I'm in people's thoughts, and that does bring me an awful lot of comfort. Someone had Notme on their mind when I wasn't even in front of them, and so they sent something to me, something awesome. It was your friend and mine, and it's a shame he hasn't quite turned up yet, but I'm sure he will still enjoy it. Your friend and mine, Nana Hobbob, who sent this to me a long while ago in August, and this is the first art right now since then for me to be able to feature it. Nana may have thought that I had forgotten about it, but I never forget an email, guys, because I love getting emails so much. He sent me a photo. Oh, look at that photo. It's a photo of Nana's garden. Look at that. What Americans might refer to as yard. Sent me a photo of his yard. Look at that. Lots of lovely greenery. Lots of fabulous stuff going on there. I just like nature. I'm a big fan of nature. Nature is IMHO, the original artiste. But Nana wasn't quite happy with this. Definitely not due to, yes, that is a bathtub. And that is a bathtub in the corner. So it's safe to say that this yard is not necessarily being used to its fullest. And Nana thought, I can do something about that. I can absolutely do something about that. He wanted something specific, and it is quite incredible. And to usher in the next photo, if I may, I'd love to read you a poem that I've written to mark this occasion. Okay? Nana gazed unto the green from where he was Patio. He wanted to make miracles, and that was thatio. He grabbed his tool belt and gloves and hard hatio and delivered unto the world an excellent patio. Look at that! Look at that, my goodness. I mean, if that's not worthy of a round of applause from around the world, I just don't know what is. Look how straight it all looks. Two chairs to show that Nana's looking to share this in a wonderful way. Yeah, agreed, TB. Lovely stuff. A little wood-burning fire there of some description. Wonderful. Fairy lights, which, and this is something that I truly believe, fairy lights which make everything better. Some people will decry you for being basic, I've heard. I've heard criticisms of fairy lights. Oh, they're quite basic. No. Fairy lights make everything better. So I don't know what else to say here. But Nana, you've created some art there. You've absolutely created some art. And I say a well done you. I think I say a well done you. Supernash18, hashtag Patio Envy. Oh, that sums it up, doesn't it? Hashtag Patio Envy. Wonderful. Thank you to Nana Hobbob for sending me something awesome. And well done, Nana Hobbob, for doing something awesome. That's how it works. Biggest patio ever. It's enormous. Absolutely enormous. Fabulous stuff. Should we head back to Maine? Let's head back to Maine. And of course, if you have anything that you would like to send me, it is, as I say, one of my favorite things in the world is to receive emails. So email me, iamnotme@gmail.com. Don't, for the love of God, do not assume that that's the bar. You can send me an email that is significantly less good than that, and I'll still love it. I'll still absolutely go mad for it. So there we go. Fairy lights make everything better. Yeah, they do. Good job keeping up with the ep names. This could be the first ever episode that I have more than 5, and I can make a choice. A lot of the time, I have to make up some myself. So this is a great start. This is a great start. Fairy lights make everything better. Wonderful. What was the other one? That was Patio. Fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous. I think we've got to crack on, guys. And it's quite interesting there because I gave Nana there kind of an unofficial well done you, but I think, oh Nana, did you miss anything? You missed everything, Nana. What an incredible time to come back. I just gave you a big shout out, a huge shout out, you sent me. No, we've got no time to go back. No time to go back. You missed so much praise. If you're feeling egotistical, maybe it was good that you missed it because it would have inflated your ego something fierce. He's just going to have to rewatch the ep. It'll be available on Twitch immediately, on YouTube probably from tomorrow. So yeah, you can be the one person who watches it. Looking forward to it. Let's do a well done you that's a bit more official, shall we?
I give props cause though I'm great, there's lots of art I see that's made by artists that are almost but not quite as good as me. I am a giver, super selfless, gather round to see just who will get a most sought after, not me branded. Well done you.
Well done you. Oh, lovely stuff. Lovely, lovely stuff. You'll go back and check it out. You should. You kind of have to, really. You don't really have a choice. It's a well done you, guys. It is a well done you. Is that going to work? No, that's not going to work. But that will work, I think. Pretty sure that will work. Okay. So we are saying a well done you to the man, to the myth, to Robbie Williams. Yeah, that's right. The man, the myth, the monkey. That's right. Robbie Williams, his biopic, Better Man, is out now. And his head has been replaced by a chimpanzee head for some reason. Is it because he's a cheeky monkey? Is it because he feels like a performing monkey? Is it to symbolize that he's always felt a little bit simplistic, maybe? A little less evolved than the people around him, maybe? Or is it just trying to bring something vaguely new to the oft-criticized musical biopic genre? Whatever it is, the CG required to do it has inflated the budget of the film to a level that will be incredibly difficult to recoup. Now, I ask you, is that worthy of a most sought-after, not me branded, well done you? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The reason that I am saying well done you to Robbie is because of what him and his movie are doing to Americans. It's quite interesting. It's quite powerful. I've got a little montage here to demonstrate what I mean. Hopefully you can hear this.
I think the issue here is a couple things. Number one, who's Robbie Williams? This is based off of course, it's biopic, but he's a monkey in it. Who is he?
For the next 2 hours, your house is mine!
What song was supposed to follow that, huh? No. Seriously, tell me. Which one of your songs matches that energy? What the hell? What do you do?
The only one that's just now finding out who the hell Robbie Williams is?
I am rectangular. I feel it in my bones. I am rectangular.
You're killing me, bruv. Mate, really, stop pretending you don't know who Robbie Williams is.
Also, it's funny that the Brits who claimed that Robbie Williams is so well known and such a huge megastar are very quiet about the fact that the movie is flopping. Like, I thought he was a worldwide superstar who everybody knew. Clearly not.
No amount of marketing, no amount of paid reviews could get me to watch this movie. I hate this movie and I haven't even seen it.
Wow. America is angry with Robbie Williams. But why? Now, I think, me personally, I'm in a great position. to answer this, being somebody who grew up in the UK and therefore knows exactly who Robbie Williams is, but who has lived for a decade among the Americans who don't have a clue who he is. And I will actually preface this based on running the idea for this Well Done You segment past Cameraman George and just absorbing a little bit of feedback from him. I would like to preface it with the following statement. Nobody is perfect, okay? Regardless of which country they're from. Everybody has things that they're great at and things to work on, yeah? Which is great, because if people were perfect, then life wouldn't be as interesting, would it? It is only through striving for improvement that we can truly be happy. I mean, I Am Smart, the Notme quiz teaches us that. So with that in mind, let's look at the country of America. Now, something America is very good at is creating art. American art, I mean, oh my gosh, some of the most famous and well-regarded movies, music, literature, comic books, musical theatre, animation, photography, and professional wrestling all comes from the 50 states of America. America is great at art. Something America could maybe work on a little bit is having an awareness of the parts of the world that aren't America. According to one study carried out by the fine people at Jimmy Kimmel Live, some Americans can't identify a single country on an unmarked map. Let's take a little look.
Can you name any country on this map?
Yeah. Africa?
That's a continent.
Oh, God.
I know South Africa's over here somewhere.
Greenland or Iceland or something?
That's Alaska.
This is so horrible.
Where's America?
I would say this big one, but I'm probably wrong.
You're definitely wrong.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Shouldn't I be taught this in school?
I would hope so.
It's chilling stuff. So they love their own art, but they don't love acknowledging the rest of the world, which means that somebody like Robbie Williams, a musical superstar in a lot of places outside of the US, becomes a figurehead for everything they can't stand. His very existence is proof that America does not own the totality of global culture, and that it's possible for somebody to be incredibly successful without the green acceptance of the USA. Hence, the anger. Now, I will say that the anger, it's possible that I have misinterpreted this, you know. Those people seemed very angry to me, but they're also on social media, and that also does seem to be kind of the main vibe of social media, you know. That's just the standard way that people go through it. So just to preface that as well. So I say, good for you, Robbie. Keep doing what you're doing and standing on the fault line of America's relationship to the world. There is a reason pregnancy gives women stretch marks. It's because sometimes we need to suffer in order to grow. That's a lovely thought. When I forced myself to enjoy Oscar-y films as a teenager, I spent so long being miserable and bored before I realized the truth. That's the point of them, yeah? And now I love them. So America, I say to you, don't run from your Robbie anger, but ask yourself, why is it there? And what is it achieving? Because I don't think you're angry with Robbie Williams, guys. I really don't. I think you're angry with yourselves. And that is the only way to improve, because when you get annoyed on holiday that people seem to look down on America and Americans, and you think, what do they have against us? It's often because of stuff like this, okay? And so one day, if you work on things and accept your place in the world and not as the world, we will all be able to enjoy Robbie Williams together the way God intended. I would like to finish with a little bit, if I may, of a guide to Robbie for the Americans. I've called it 4 Reasons America Should Like Robbie Williams. Pretty self-explanatory. So let's just go through this nice and quick. Number 1. Robbie Williams co-wrote Angels. My goodness, what a song. Unfortunately, I can't play it here because of rights issues, but it's a ballad with lyrics that make it seem as though it's about the people in our lives who we love, but who leave us and who we feel are still in some way looking over us in some ways, being our angels, looking after us, even though they have departed. But Robbie has confirmed in interviews that it is actually about actual angels. Do you hear that, America? He believes in angels, just like you. Okay? Number 2. Robbie Williams is a chat show raconteur. Robbie Williams is not blessed with a great deal of shame, something that has helped and hindered him over the course of his life and career. His appearances on chat shows, and bear in mind the chat shows are the bastions of American late-night entertainment, have provided some wonderfully candid looks into his life. As he's never cracked America, of course, you will have to make do with looking up clips from Graham Norton. What am I saying? You'll have to make do. You'll be honoured to look up clips from Graham Norton. There is a story about a cleaning woman in a castle that, by God, it'll raise your eyebrows. It's a little smutty, I will say, but he's cheeky chappy enough that I think he's just on the right side of history with that one. Number 3. Robbie Williams is a gay icon. If you are a gay man, and I have to believe that a lot of you are, who enjoys looking at men through the lens that a lot of gay men seem to enjoy, Robbie can provide plenty of joy for you. He came to fame in a boy group, a boy band, pop group Take That. Look at them. What a lovely looking bunch of lads. And they, or more likely their management company, knew that getting a gay following would help them gain a foothold in the charts. These are 5 young lads, fresh-faced, who were often shirtless and, if you're lucky, wet as well. So if you are looking and interested in exploring that part of his life, and by God, why wouldn't you? Feel free to search on YouTube for the music videos of It Only Takes a Minute, Babe, and most pertinently, Do What You Like. Careful with that Jello, boys. And number 4, Robbie Williams is a lazy genius. He is a lazy man, and according to 50% of Americans, so are Americans. So I imagine you must respect a little bit of laziness in your pop stars. But why is Robbie lazy, I hear you ask? Well, he has popularized a singing technique designed to lean into crowd participation. Now, again, rights issues prevent me from playing you an example of this, but with permission, I would like to give you my very best Robbie impression to demonstrate. Essentially, he's going to start singing one of his biggest songs, say, for instance, we've mentioned it already, Angels, and then pretty quickly, as soon as the crowd knows what the song is, he'll point the mic, I've got a fake microphone here, he'll point the mic toward the crowd, and let them sing. It's going to go a little bit like this, if I may. Yeah, I'm through it. And down the water. Gling, 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 gling. I'm loving angels instead. And the crowd goes absolutely wild, absolutely wild. They've been made a part of the show. They feel a connection with the performer, and the unifying joy of collective karaoke is well documented. I mean, just look at church. And so Robbie also, as a fringe benefit, gets to avoid shredding his pipes. It really is win, 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 win. Okay? So that is Robbie Williams. America, you've only just discovered him, which means that you've got a lot of great music, wonderful anecdotes, and if you can swallow your rage, what looks to be a wonderful biopic to watch. Good luck, America, and well done you, Robbie Williams. There we go. There we go. Gosh, we've had a lot of comments on this. Here we go. Lovely, lovely. Embarrassed on behalf of us. Absolutely fine. Hey, definitely. Hey, it's fine. It's fine. Nothing. It's not you. And do you know what? It's not America's fault. You do own a lot of stuff, but you just don't own everything. And sometimes that can come up against people. T.B. Douglas, is it flopping? It is flopping, unfortunately. Like I say, it cost $110 million to make. And, unless it really kicks in the UK and Australia, it's just not going to make that kind of money back, which is a shame. But as we know from I Am Smart, the Notme quiz, the quality of art is not measured by box office performance, right? If it's a great film, then it's a great film. It's a great film. JRPV20, chilling. Absolutely. Robbie Williams believes in angels. That's nice. Fabulous. Gosh, yes, I've seen that story. My goodness. It's a little smutty. Nice. Thank you, TB. Careful with that Jello, boys. Yeah. Good impression of a stadium crowd there, not me. Thank you so much. You've been practicing that crowd noise impression and it's paid off. Bravo. Thank you, guys. It's like my impression of Count Orlok from last week. I didn't even really know that I could do it until I tried it, which is a great lesson. Just try different impressions because you never know. You might actually be pretty good at them. Let's head back to main. We're doing a great job with the app names, guys. That's one, and that's one. That's one. Yeah, we're really getting there, aren't we? We're really getting there. Has anybody seen the film? Anybody seen the Robbie Williams film? Has anybody made it out to the cinema to see it? I'd love to get an opportunity to do so. I imagine it's a wonderful way to spend some time. Not yet, says SJPEX72. That's fine. If anybody has, feel free to drop your review in the chat. Or, of course, you can dial the Not line. Still waiting on our first participant for the Not line. 87973-826-7286. Call today. Feel free to drop your review on there. TB Douglas, I've seen it. I enjoyed it a lot more than I was expecting to. Well, that's a great review. I like that. Because then if you're somebody who thinks, I'm probably not going to enjoy this, TB maybe thought that and paid off. Paid off in spades. Lovely. Monkey Pixie Funk would like to see it, but saw Wolfman instead. Well, they're both hairy boys.
Will not give you cancer, and tigers are not fancy panthers, and Idris Elba was never a Girl Scout. If knowledge is power, then let's go work out. Enlieclopedia.
Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. It's that time of the show again to train your noses to more effectively sniff out disinformation. I'm going to give you 5 facts about the man of the hour, he who must be obeyed, getting inaugurated as the President of the United States tomorrow, Mr. Wait, let's get the proper thing in there. Mr. You know him. Donald Trump. I'm going to give you 5 facts about Donald Trump, only one of which is correct, guys. They're all going to seem correct, I will say. But only one of them is correct. You just need to identify which fact is solid gold truth and which are lies. Okay, fact number 1. Donald Trump's biggest regret is not patenting the shades of orange and pale that his face and eye sockets are. You can patent colours. I'm not sure if you're aware of that. You can do that. Trump didn't do it, and they were snapped up by an opportunist in 2015. They were given the names Pump Can't and Hope's Last Fart, respectively. Maybe. Did somebody get in there before him to patent those colours? They're iconic. Fact number 2. Donald Trump is a gifted pianist, but only on small plastic toy pianos for obvious reasons. Unfortunately, playing them in front of people makes him feel self-conscious because they're designed for children. Gosh, if that one's true, one can only imagine what incredible music we have been denied by just a little bit of self-consciousness over, should be further away, shouldn't they, perspective-wise? Just some little hands. Just some little hands. Maybe. Fact number 3. 6 of Donald Trump's businesses have filed for bankruptcy. 2 of these were essentially the same company with a different name. And combined, this company had around $3 billion in debt at the time of its dual bankruptcies. I mean, it could be. He is the world's greatest businessman, so this seems like it maybe doesn't marry up with that. I know, it's tricky. It's tricky. Fact number 4. Donald Trump states that his favourite film is 2006's The Prestige. However, the DVD he watched was corrupted, and so he just watched 2 hours and 15 minutes of colour glitches and white noise. The mix-up was explained to him afterward, but he refuses to believe it, claiming, "That's what they want you to think. It's a magic trick, dummy." Could be. Could be. It's a heck of a film. Heck of a film. If you watch the actual version of it, I will say. If he's never been able to do so, I would. And if you're watching, Don, give it a watch. Absolutely give it a watch. It's a really, you're like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? Whoa. And the final fact, here we go. Donald Trump has no internal organs. His skin, fat and musculature lay on a hard exoskeleton with nothing underneath. If he ever fell over, it would sound like someone pushing over an empty oil drum. Could that be true? Could that be true, do you think? Maybe. Maybe. I mean, again, they all sound palpably true. Palpably true. These are our 5 facts. Face colours, tiny pianist, 6 bankruptcies, fake prestige, and empty inside. Oh, I don't do twist endings, Nano Hobbob. Not for this. Not for this. One of these is true, and the others are false. Face colours, tiny pianist, 6 bankruptcies, fake prestige, empty inside. Make your guesses, guys. Get it in the chat. Oh, could I do a get it in the chat? Oh, I can. Lovely stuff. Get it in the chat, guys. We've got SJBX72 going in with a number 3. About the bankruptcies. Again, he's the world's greatest businessman. That seems tricky. Definitely not. Duty goes for the number 3 as well. Interesting. Okay. Monkey Pixie 2 going for number 2. Calls funny. Gosh, what was number 2? Tiny pianist. Oh, bling 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 bling. What a time to be alive when one of these is true about the future president. Yeah, absolutely. Pushed over, it'd sound like an oil drum. Oh, maybe it's not that one. Maybe I'm just playing with you. Super Nash 18 going for 3 as well. Okay, a lot of people going for 3. TB Douglas going for a number 1. Interesting. Okay, with the face colours. Maple Panda going for a 3 as well. Nano Hobbob, making up lies about Donald Trump is a great way to be labelled as part of the mainstream media, putting you in league with the New York Times and Washington Post. Well played. I have to say I've been on their level for some time. That's a belief that I have. I think that I have held the level of prestige and rigorous adherence to the truth that both of those publications have had for a long time. I'm not saying I'm above them. I wouldn't be that cocky, but I'm on their level, and I think they know that. Nana Hobbob going for a 5. Lovely, lovely stuff. So we've got mostly 3s, actually. Mostly 3s. But we've got a 2 from Monkey Pixie Funk, a 1 from TB Douglas, and a 5 from Nana Hobbob. Nobody believes the one about the prestige, huh? Wouldn't that be something if that was That ended up being true. So let's get with the winner here. It is, of course, congratulations. It is 6 of Donald Trump's businesses have filed for bankruptcy. 2 of these were essentially the same company with a different name. And combined, this company had around $3 billion in debt at the time of its dual bankruptcy. So he went bankrupt. I think it was about $1.8 billion. Went bankrupt and recalled it all. I guess you don't need to pay that money. Then kind of changed the name of the company. And then it was less than 10 years later, he filed for bankruptcy with that same business with a further $1.2 billion worth of debt. So interesting. Interesting. Thank you so much, everybody, for getting involved. Yeah, well done, definitely. Well done, definitely. You are smart. Managed to get that victory. A lot of you did. Actually. Maybe I'm going to have to work on my writing those lies. That was another important installment of Enlieclopedia. You are now cleverer and better armed to find the falsehoods that you are bombarded with daily. So now, if somebody falsely claims that David Beckham owns a one-of-a-kind piece of jewellery that's like a locket that he puts over his genitals, you can say with confidence, nope, that's a lie. Golden Balls is just a nickname. Let's head back to Maine. Let's keep going with those ep names, guys. Also, would like to put something on your radar for the future. The next art right now, if I look up on my planner, the next art. So we've got a quiz next week. Then I've got a week off the week after, and then I'm coming back with an art right now on the 9th of February. And that will serve as our Valentine's special. It's going to be all about love. So it should be a lovely, wonderful, positive experience for us all. Thank you, SJBX72. That's lovely. Golden Bowers. Fabulous. So we've got an art right now on the 9th of February. And I'm telling you right now, I haven't done a video for it, but I'm telling you right now, we are having an edition of SnapQuest making its triumphant return on the 9th of February. And the prompt word will be love. Nice and simple. So take a photo that screams love, just has something lovely about it, and email it to me. I am not me, I am art @gmail.com. And then next time we shall get involved. We shall look at all of these photos, and we're just going to feel the love, guys. We're basically just going to feel the love, if that's all right with you. So make sure you're taking a photo or just using a pre-existing one if you want. I'm not the police, guys. Come on, Jesus. And email it to me. I am not me, I am art @gmail.com. And we will enjoy those next time. Is that all the other admin that I need to do? Yeah, baby. Oh, what a treat for you all.
Art bet.
To challenge yourself is artistic.
Art bet.
I'll give you options you can pick.
Art bet.
Take a guess, see if you won.
Art bet.
It's not for money, just for fun.
Art bet.
Art bet indeed, guys. We've had my favourite segment, Awesome Stuff I've Been Sent. Now oh, lovely work, Nana. Lovely work. That bet, art bet, yes, absolutely. Is this going to work? Is that going to work? Oh, I think it is going to work. That's good. It's difficult because of, It's the segment of the show that sees whether your artistic instincts can aid you in predicting things that haven't even happened yet. I'll present you with an art challenge, and you tell me what will happen. It's not for money, guys. Jeepers creepers. It's not for money. It's just for fun. This is Art Bet. And for today's art challenge, let's head over to Notme for all of the details. Notme? Thanks, Notme. Today's art challenge is entitled The Weight of Creative Chaos. Look at this desk. Look how tidy this desk is. It's tidy, isn't it? This desk. Say what you will, and we're all different, but you have to admit, This is a tidy-ass desk. What could you imagine being done on this desk? The creation of a shopping list after looking up a recipe for a farmhouse fruit loaf? The planning of a road trip to a very well-reviewed quarry? The creation of a rock opera on the life and times of former professional boxer and current YouTube celebrity Mike Tyson? This is a functional desk, not a creative desk, because it is so tidy. But this is, as you will have recognized by this point, my desk. So what gives? I hear you cry. Not me, you're one of the most creative people. Not me, you are the most creative person I know. How do you have such a tidy desk? Well, because yesterday, it was not so tidy. Boom. Look at that. That is a creative desk. Would you look at all that creativity? Creativity as far as the eye can see. Dripping with creativity. Do I wish I had my desk like this all the time? Absolutely I do. I lose things less and my fingers are less sticky from discarded ketchup packets. But I need the mess in order to be creative. The mess is my burden. The mess is my cross to bear for being a creative juggernaut. It's just, occasionally, I do need to tidy it all up, just to get my head straight, I suppose. So I took everything off. Success! And seeing it all there neatly arranged on the floor did get me thinking, how much of a weight around my shoulders is my creative gift? So I weighed everything, and that's pretty much what you're going to be guessing here today. But before we do that, let's take a closer look at exactly what we will be weighing. Dealing with the detritus necessary to be an outstanding artiste, that's my art challenge. Your art bet is very simply, how much does it all weigh? Back to you, not me. There we go. My goodness. What an art challenge this is. What an art challenge this is. I'm hoping all of this is essential stuff well into a drawer of doom. I had to buy some more drawers of doom. I don't want to give too much, but I had to buy more drawers. Get it all in. But it's like I say, it's necessary. It's necessary. You can't make your guess yet because you don't know all the facts. So here's some things to consider, guys. Here's some things to consider. Thing number one. The objects will be collected in my big pink bucket that I use for vomit. So it's basically it's a thing that when I'm feeling bilious, I use, so it'll be that bucket. So it's you know, it's a bucket without a handle. Is that still a bucket? Who knows? Maybe there's a discussion there for another time. Number 2. Each bucket will be weighed separately and all the buckets will be added up. We're going to do this in grams. We're going to do this in grams. I hate to make this a very anti-American episode, but we're going to do it in grams because it's more precise. Also, if you do want to have a little side bet, a side challenge with yourself and guess how many buckets everything goes into, I'm certainly not going to stop you. Let's see that image again in case any object needs clarifying. So guys, if you need any object from this thing to be clarified, now's the time. Now's the time to let me know. And if there is, something that needs clarifying, if you don't know, what the heck is that? A couple of things that I'd like to point out. The iPad is quite an old iPad. So that's on the heavier end of the iPad spectrum, I would say. 2 big rolls of tape there. That's something to keep in mind. A couple of remotes. That box of tissues had maybe 2 or 3 tissues left, so that's not a huge thing. The water bottle, which is this water bottle, was empty, so we're not dealing with any water in that. Was the bucket empty before being loaded with desk items? Yes, the bucket was empty, and the bucket is, I don't know, maybe like A4, and then like yay deep, I'd say. Like it's like yay by yay by yay, if that helps. I think everybody's asked their questions. You can keep on asking them afterwards if you wish. So let's get on with our options here, guys. Let's get on with our options. The options, very simple. Very simple. Now, I understand that under 2 kilos is under 4 kilos as well, but just use your brains, okay? So under 2 kilos is everything under 2 kilos up until 1.999999999 kilos. Okay, once you hit 2, then we're up to B because that's under 4. Do you see what I mean? Obviously, the pound ones are approximate, but I mean, you've got to draw the line somewhere. Monkey PC Funk going with a D, going with I guess between 6 and 8 kilos. That's a lovely option. Nana Hobob going for the full biggie, 10 kilos. Or 10 plus even. Over 22 pounds worth of stuff. Anybody else? Nash coming in with a C. Lovely stuff. TB coming in with a B. Maple Panda with a B. Definitely with a C. SJ 72. Have you got a take? You got a hot take on this one? E. SJ Beck getting in with an E. Getting in with an E. Very exciting. So we've got a nice mix then. Did anyone go for A? No one went for A. JPV20, lovely stuff. C. Between 4 and 6 kilograms of chaos. Oh wait, great ideas don't weigh anything, you said, so I could be off. Yeah, that's true. The notebook had some absolute barnstormers of some ideas in it, but ideas are weightless. Yeah? That means we should be finishing within 5 minutes. That's probably not going to happen. We've all made our choices. And I'm proud of each and every one of you. My goodness, I am. You're like my children. You really are. Let's get on with this. Let's see what we're doing.
Thanks, Notme. And thank you to each one of you who made your guesses. I wish you the very best of luck. Now let's get weighing.
Is that A4? Maybe A4, maybe a touch less. A lot of pens and pencils there. That's quite a lot already. Old phone, notepads, another notepad, rubber bands, elastic bands. Yeah, it's getting up there. It's getting up there, guys. Look at him writing it down. Commanding. Dog biscuits. That's pretty heavy. They're not for me, they're for my boys. Those are the ketchup packets. Lots of post-it notes. Light, bottle. And there we go. We've got the data here. There were 7 buckets in the end, if you were playing along with that mini challenge along the way. 7 buckets. Let's look at the numbers. Bucket 1, 2353. Bucket 2, 1155. Bucket 3, 2024. Bucket 4, 2028. Bucket 5, 1384. Bucket 6, 593. Only a little fella there. Only a little one. Then bucket 7, 1154. So if I add all of these up right now in my head, yeah, it's probably that. So that's 1 ton. It can't be 1 ton. 10691. What's 10,000 grams? 10 kilos? 10 kilos of creativity. Congratulations to those who won. If you guessed around 10 kilos of creativity, that's how much I have with me all times. 10 kilos. 10 kilos of creativity. That's how much detritus you need on your desk or workstation if you want to be as creative or almost as creative as Notme. If you don't have 10 kilos, don't even bother. 10 kilos of creativity. 10 kilos. 10 kilos of creativity. 10 kilos. 10 let's try. 10 kilos. That's what you need if you want to be creative. 10 kilos of creativity. If you want to be creative, get that detritus. 10 kilos of creativity. 10 kilos of creativity. That's right, 10 kilos of creativity. And if you ain't got that, don't even bother. Yeah, 10 kilos of creativity. You need 10 kilos of creativity. I want 10 kilos of creativity. And if you ain't got that, get out of my kitchen. Yeah. 10 kilos. Well, that all got a little bit funky at the end than I was anticipating. Gosh, let's put an end to that. Let's put an end to that. Congratulations to Nana Hobbob and to SJBeck72 for getting the W. Getting the W on that art bet. Fabulous, fabulous stuff. Let's head back to Maine. Well done, you guys. Well done, you. Let's get... Yeah, well done, you. Lovely, lovely stuff. Thank you, definitely. 1.5 stone, apparently. My goodness. 1.5 stone. Not as music worthy as 10 kilos, I will say. What we've got, actually. Oh, yeah. Give me 2 seconds just before we get to the final bit. 2 little bitty seconds. While I just saw something. Because we do in fact have, very excitingly, very, very excitingly, we have a little bitty birthday. That's right, guys. That's right. This is the birthday song. You all know what to do. You all know what to do, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Happy, happy birthday. I'm sending lots of cheer. You found a way to somehow survive another year. Your loved ones will be with you, but they don't get a say in anything you want to do, 'cause it's your special day. Hey, happy birthday. Livetainment. Woo! Woohoo! Today, Sunday the 19th of January, is exactly 5 years since the very first Most Week show. The very first Most Week show was 5 years ago today. My goodness. In that time, we have together powered through 65 episodes of The Most Week Show, 90 episodes of I Am Smart the Not Me quiz, and now 19 episodes of Art Right Now. That is right, 174 episodes of something that nobody has ever done before across 5 years of my life. Through a breakdown based on getting a full-time job for the first time, and a breakdown based on not being able to land another full-time job. If you have watched only one episode of my Livetainment in 5 years, then you have my gratitude. But I know that there's a lot of you who've watched a lot more than that, and I thank you very, very deeply for coming back. I hope you feel as though I've used the time that you have given me well and created things that you, for whatever reason, just wouldn't see anywhere else. Livetainment is a wonderful thing, maybe the best of things. I love to create it, I love to spend time with you all, and I can't wait to see what the next 5 years of Livetainment brings. My goodness. My goodness. Let's get on with the ep name, shall we? Let's get on with an ep name. We have only 1 minute because we're already over. So here's your poll. Here's your poll. What should the ep name be? It's either Careful With That Jello, Tidy Ass Desk, Patio Envy, Golden Balls, or A Little Smutty. And what you should know, what you should bear in mind, is that a lot of you sent in some wonderful ones. Robbie Williams, Believes in Angels. I thought that was going to be really good. Fairy Lights Make Everything Better. A wonderful ep name, but they were too long. I couldn't even fit the boys onto Careful With That Jello. And I think that works out well in terms of how it looks on the thumbnail. But just, make sure that you're, for any subsequent suggestions for an ep name, you've really got to. Oh my goodness, we have what's known in the biz as a three-way tie, and we'd used three-way tie before, so absolutely we can't do that again. I think we're going to go with Careful With That Jello. We're going to go Careful With That Jello. Oops, I missed the vote. That's absolutely fine, Maple Panda. Didn't get to vote. Well, you've got to be quick in this game, guys. You've got to be quick in this game. Who suggested Careful With That Jello? Who suggested that? My gut's telling me it was... definitely not Duda. Well done, definitely not Duda. That's what you would have voted for. It's because it was your own suggestion. It was your own suggestion, and I cannot blame you on that. Cannot blame you on that. Lovely, lovely stuff. And definitely, Livetainment has very much benefited my life, so thank you, not me. That means absolutely the world. So thank you very much for saying those wonderful words. We pretty much got there under time. An hour and 8, that's fine. I mean, there's a lot to get through, guys. There's a lot to get through. There we go. Episode 1 of Art Right Now. Series 2 is in the books. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you feel like your spirit, your art, and your life is at a better place now than it was an hour ago. And I can't wait to do it all next time, which, to be clear, is the 9th of February, where we will be doing a Snap Quest, and the theme is love. So take a photo. All of that symbolizes love in some way, email it to me, and we'll have a great time going through all of those next episode. Last little thing that I will point out very quickly. Fantastic show, thank you, JRPV20. Congratulations on 5 years, not me here for the next 5. TB Douglas, thank you so much. Great show, not me. Thank you, SJ Beck. Fab episode. Have a great week, everyone. Lovely, lovely stuff. The only thing I would point out is I want you to keep an eye out when we do the end credits on how many times Nana Hobob shows up. And do you know why that is? Because Nana Hobob gets involved. Okay, Nana Hobob sent in something awesome. Nana Hobob won the art bet. That's we can't really ascribe that to too much luck. Let's go for a bit of that. But Nana Hobob also provided today's toast. When I did my post yesterday asking for what makes people happy, we had 2 responses from 22 people viewing. Absolutely the worst ever. The worst ever. So if you see it on Instagram, a little thing that just says, "Hey, what makes you happy?" Just write something in there. It could go towards a toast. Roll on the 10-year anniversary, says JRPV20, and I couldn't agree more. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed it. It's going to be a quiz next week, and I'm looking forward to that as well. Thank you so much. Have a lovely week and be creative. My God, be creative.
Thank you for watching, you've gladdened me greatly. Now if you want more art, you don't need to wait. We can art up whenever, there's no timetable. So create some stuff anytime you are able.
Nana.
A sculpture, a
Nana.
or a doodle.
Nana.
The wall, the whole kitchen caboodle. But if you need help with
Get
the
involved,
art,
guys.
I'll
Be
back
creative.
very soon.